Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to Jibble, the only time tracking software you'll ever need for payroll, attendance, timesheets, billing, and projects. Let's go over everything you can do in Jibble and how it can help transform your business. You can track time in Jibble via web browsers, the mobile app, or a shared tablet called the Kiosk. When you log in, you can start tracking time by clocking in and choosing an activity and project. You can also switch to a different activity, start and end the break, and clock out once you're done for the day. All of these actions create time entries which can be viewed on the Timesheets page. The dashboard gives you a visual summary of track time at a glance. To view who's in, on break, or out in real time, you can navigate through the different tabs here. You'll also be able to view charts of total tracked hours and total time spent on activities and projects. On the location map, you will see the authorized locations that have been set and the number of people who are currently in that location. On the Timesheets tab, you will see a list of members and the time entries recorded. You can navigate to daily, weekly, or monthly timesheets and click on the arrows to view other days, weeks, or months. To get a detailed view of time entries recorded, click on the time and you'll see the different activities and projects someone has worked on for the day, how much time was spent on each activity or project, and make any changes if necessary. If you have enabled live location tracking for your organization, you'll be able to view the routes in which your team members have traveled while they were on the clock. You can also add time manually by clicking on Add Time Entry. You will have the option to add either a time entry or an hour entry. All this data can be exported to CSV or XLS format by clicking the Export button. You can also choose what you like to include together with the date range, and filter by number of tracked hours, groups, and schedules. Under the Approval section, pay periods can be set to determine the time frame over which your team members' time is recorded and paid for. You can click on the time to get a detailed view of time entries recorded during that time frame and approve timesheets for payroll. On the Live Locations page, you can view the current locations of your team members and view their traveled routes in real time to get a bird's eye view of all operations. On the Time Off page, you can manage leave requests from your team members by approving, rejecting, or cancelling leave requests. The Track Time report lets you view a summary of all time broken down. Reports can be filtered to a customized date, grouped and subgrouped, and filtered further any way you wish. The charts show you a breakdown of total hours spent per activity, project, and client. Scroll further to get an overview of total time tracked for each team member and get the details of their billable amount. You can then export the data and use the filters applied previously or set new filters for the export. The Attendance Insights report gives you an in-depth analysis of your team's attendance and productivity, including any absences, late clock-ins, early clock-outs, and break violations. Simply select the data you'd like to include together with the date range and filter by members and work schedules. On the People page, you can add new members by link, email, SMS, or don't send an invite if you'd only like your team member to track time on a shared kiosk. A list of members added will be shown in the People list. From there, you can create groups, assign group managers, and add members to groups. Clicking on a member's name will show you their profile where you can edit their details, permissions, add billable rates, and change their time zone if they are working elsewhere. You can also change a member's role if you want them to be admins, managers, or normal members. On the Time Tracking Settings page, you can set restrictions for your team based on your company's policies. Device restrictions can be enabled to restrict the platforms that employees are allowed to track time from. For time clock restrictions, you can either choose from our presets, flexible, moderate, or strict arrangement, or customize your own restrictions. If necessary, you can enable device lock to restrict your team members from changing the device they clock in and out from. Adding work schedule restrictions allows you to restrict the extent to which team members are allowed to clock in or out before or after their fixed work schedule time. You can also set reminders so team members get notified to clock in or out, and set automatic clock out. On the work schedules page, you can set up a work schedule to define when your team members should be tracking time. Choose between a fixed, flexible, or a weekly work schedule. Set up the time or number of hours members are expected to work for. Then you can schedule paid or unpaid breaks, set automatic deductions, and enable overtime rules. You can also assign specific locations to a work schedule so that members are only allowed to track time within these locations. Lastly, assign members to the work schedule. On the time off settings page, you can create your own time off policies like paid vacation leave, sick leave, and so on. If someone is on leave, you'll be able to see the time off details on their timesheets. Under holidays, a holiday calendar can be set and imported from Google Calendar so you will be able to view any upcoming holidays. On the locations page, you can add different locations that function as geofences. Type in an address, adjust the pre-filled coordinates, and set a radius to increase location accuracy. On the Activities and Projects page, you can add activities and projects that employees can track time for. You can also assign projects to specific members or groups, or go to Group Settings under the People tab to assign activities to groups. On the Organization Settings page, you can edit the details of your organization, manage your subscriptions and plans, turn permissions on and off for your team members, and generate API keys to connect Jibble to other software. On the Integrations page, you can look for other software you would like to integrate Jibble with. Jibble is constantly adding more software integrations, so be sure to keep a lookout for new ones. Jibble can also be used across multiple platforms such as on personal mobiles or shared kiosks by downloading the Jibble app from the App Store or Play Store. When you clock in on the mobile app, Jibble will recognize your face via facial recognition, and the GPS location will be timestamped if required in your time tracking policy. You can also select an activity and project to track time for. For simple time tracking using a central device, you can enable Kiosk mode. A kiosk is a shared device that allows many team members to track time from. You can have multiple kiosks stationed at different locations. Once a team member is at a work site, they simply walk up to the kiosk and their face will be recognized via facial recognition. If speed mode is enabled, team members will just have to walk up to the kiosk, have their face recognized, and they will be clocked in. Time tracking in Jibble is free forever for unlimited users. If you need more advanced features, you can try them out for free by activating a 14-day free trial. For more information, be sure to check out our help center or reach out to us and our team will be happy to assist you.